Hey everybody, welcome to the Token Nerd Podcast, where we ramble on about geeky things ranging from Batman to pop fiction to Star Wars. I am Anthony Pettiford.
And I'm Travis Lykins.
All right, we got a lot to talk about today for episode 26. We'll just jump right in with some movie news, some interesting movie news. Okay, we might as well, elephant in the room. Pokemon Go came out. We'll get to that. Don't worry. Everyone in the world's talked about it. Everyone in the world's got an opinion.
But we got new Pokemon news for you.
Yeah. So today, actually, are you excited for what's that movie that's coming out?
Star Wars?
No. Oh, Power Rangers. You know, the one everyone asked for. Are you excited for it?
Yeah. They like us on Instagram.
They did like us. I don't think they unliked us for the episode 23.
Yeah, they like us on Instagram. You should too.
But
@token_nerd.
But no, so Legendary Films is going to move forward, or is in talks to move forward for a live-action Pokemon movie.
Of course they are, because Pokemon Go just increased Nintendo's net worth by like $5 billion.
Yeah, well, $9 billion. There's
okay,
a
now
$9 billion gain in 6 days, 7 days, maybe less.
There goes their new system. They ain't gonna be making that now.
Yeah, well, so there's no word on this, no information. All this information is coming from a deadline source, but the person or the director they're talking to, or at least for screenwriter, is going to be Max Landis. From what this rumor is.
Okay.
Not okay with that. Not a Max Landis fan. He's not watching this, but yeah, not a fan. Not a fan at all.
I mean, okay. Let's just take it down for a second.
Okay.
A live action Pokemon movie.
We don't need it.
We don't need that. It's going to be weird. What are they going to do? Have like furries running around with
and
they're going to cram them in little tiny Pokeballs, or are they going to be CGI Pokemon?
They're going to be CGI Pokemon
with like live action, or is it going to be like
live action? If it was all CGI, that would be cool.
Yeah, if it was all like a cartoon or CGI, I think that would be way cooler.
Yeah, if it was like How to Train Your Dragon,
yeah,
I could get behind that.
I can't get behind real life humans catching CGI Pokemon. I can't get behind real life humans catching a cat dressed up as a Pokemon.
Did you ever see the trailer for, it was a fan-made trailer of Pokeopolis?
No, I did not.
It's like what happens like 20 or 30 years after the Pokemon series, and it's like the world is falling apart. Is
Ash an alcoholic?
Something like that. There's underground fighting. Pokemon battles are
it's like chicken fighting?
Basically. It's just the dark take. But
I don't know. Maybe it'll be awesome. Maybe I will be wrong. Often, if you watch this podcast, I am not. So,
anywho, but we can both say we're both pretty much against this.
Yes.
Unless it's a CG movie. I could get behind a CG How to Train Your Dragon-like movie. If it was the team from How to Train Your Dragon with the exact same character design, 100% down for it.
The thing that I think we're both uneasy for is the word live action. That's what we're
because live action to me means dark and gritty.
Unless they're going to cast me as a Pokemaster. Then I'm behind it. I mean, I'll even
say Pokemaster.
I'll even take just guy working at the Pokestop.
Well, we're gonna move on to some our second bit of movie news, and that is the Flash.
Yes,
we have some information about the Flash movie casting. So I'm going to, obviously, as we do on this show, butcher a name because in the process, because they haven't announced who this character is, but the director of the new Flash, the live-action cinematic movie.
I think I can say it.
Oh, go for it.
Has cast dope actress. I'm assuming that's a movie.
Yeah, dope.
Okay. Kiersey Clemens.
Kiersey,
right?
Yeah, Kiersey.
Kiersey. I think we got it.
Kiersey Clemens.
I think we got it, guys. We've learned to
Huzzah.
sound. We've learned to sound things out in this.
But
podcast.
So the thing is, the director has his eye on her. She has not been officially cast yet, but she is the favorite in the running right now. And the theory is that she will go on to be Iris West.
Yes.
So this actress is also African American. And so this is going to take the next step that Iris West isn't going to be a white, red-haired woman.
Yep.
And instead, I almost said chick.
Something tells me that there'll be a wheelchair involved in this. Not for Iris, but I think they're going to take a lot of stuff.
Oh, no,
that
they even mentioned
originated
that
yeah.
there's going to be this really rich guy from Keystone City named Thawne.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, so we're really going to run with, like, Professor Wells. It's like they're going to condense everything.
Yeah.
But have you heard any of that information that came from that press release or that press junket where a bunch of different news sources went down to the filming of the Justice League movie?
Yes.
And they got to hear all the Flash sounds like the best part of the movie. So I'm excited for it. They said, but the interesting thing is they needed the Flash because they couldn't do this. Like, they couldn't have Batman be fun without the Flash in the movie.
Yeah, because they're going to bleed through to different dimensions, different Earths.
Yeah.
So this Batman that we see won't be fun, but there'll be another one that will be.
Eventually.
Batman 66. Bam. Pow.
But no, so keep an eye out for that. This is minor news. Nothing has been for sure set in stone, but when it is, obviously we'll have that up on our episode.
In the same bat time and the same bat channel.
Yeah. Excuse me. So we're going to move on to TV news. And in TV news, we got some casting for Supergirl.
I feel like DC has dominated the podcast.
They have. This is the token
because
comics.
We hate DC. That's why. As everybody seems to think.
Yeah.
But we don't.
But so in this episode, or not this episode, in this news, Supergirl has casted their Snapper Carl. Snapper Carl in the comics is basically a news reporter. He's on the field or on the ground, and he usually does reporting. If you watch the Justice League animated series, you see him show up a lot as like transition or when they're trying to like gap an episode or gap past episodes. He'll be the one that references.
Kind of carries everything on. Yeah.
So the character or the actor who will play him is Ian Gomez, and Ian Gomez is from Cougar Town.
You ever watch that show?
No, not at all.
I wasn't a fan.
I looked it up and I saw a picture of it, and I thought Snapper Carl could have been a love rival for Jimmy Olsen. I think that'd be kind of cool, but it's definitely not that.
So Cougar Town was weird because it was like on like a regular channel.
TBS.
No. Before that, it was on like a regular station, and then it got canceled, and then it got revived by TBS. I forget what station it was on before, but I was never a fan. Like it's no Friends, Courtney Cox. Let's just put it that way. You know, I don't know. A lot of people, I guess, liked it enough for that they revived it, but I don't know. It just wasn't for me. Maybe
no.
It didn't fit my genre of TV. I guess.
I knew my mom tried to watch it, and that's something.
Yeah.
Jody likes stuff. But anyway, so there's that.
Jody knows. That's what we need. We should bring Jody on for an episode.
You know what? She could actually.
Yeah, she'd be really good at this.
I mean, there's a reason that I'm into Batman.
She'd probably be better at this than I am. So we should probably bring her in.
The Mother's Day special, the late Mother's Day special. Yeah. But no, so with this being said, we don't know where this character's going to go. Obviously, he's not a young character. He's older character that will be brought into the cast. I doubt he'll be as important. This is just casting. It's not like he's going to be one of the main group. He's just going to be like how Cat Grant is, or not Cat Grant, but Maxwell Lord was in Supergirl. Unless they give him some new spin that makes him bigger. I don't see that happening, unfortunately.
You never know.
But speaking of the CW news,
more DC.
Yeah, we have. So a couple days ago, the image of the Kid Flash was released. So Wally West in the TV show Flash has been seen in his not brand new, but in his Kid Flash costume.
Why do they have to spoil this?
I agree, but
they would have got out.
But here's the thing, though: people are already on set taking pictures. So their thing was, we can't stop the people now. So our best thing is to get in front of it.
Yeah, because I think that would have been a really cool. I mean, a lot of us granted, here's the thing: a lot of us that know the comics, we knew this was probably coming.
Yeah.
But people that don't read the comics, that would have been a good surprise for them.
Mm-hmm. No, it would have been.
But they also may not be paying attention on the internet either. So maybe that'll still be a surprise to those people.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Some images actually came out from it's Canadagraph, and so their Instagram photo shows Grant Gustin pulling Wally out of a trash can.
Yep.
And he has the Kid Flash mask on. So I'm thinking So this is the premiere episode. So what's probably going to happen is the first episode is tiled Flashpoint. So
maybe they're going to do it.
Maybe we're in another world where, see, I can't think of how they're going to do it, honestly, because there'd have to be a Flash for there to be a Kid Flash. So unless they're saying when Barry went back in time, he went back to the actual timeline that he left, and while he was gone, crap happened, and so Wally became Kid Flash because they thought Barry died, or something like that.
They'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out. But on the excuse me, Canada Graph actually also took a picture of a new Speedster. So
Yes,
you know how we were talking that we really didn't want a Speedster as the next villain?
Well, guess what?
But
They didn't listen to us.
Well, I don't think he's going to be the overarching villain.
He'll be involved, but not.
He'll be in because this is the premiere episode, so it's almost like maybe this is the. My thought is, so maybe if this is the overarching villain, he's from the future, and Wally chased him back. So in a future timeline, this new villain, because he wears all black, he doesn't look anything like Zoom. Well, he's colored like Zoom, but he looks more like the New 52 Reverse Flash, who was actually the brother of Iris West.
Wally.
So Iris's actual brother, because Wally's supposed to be her nephew.
Wait.
Yeah. In the comics.
In the comics,
Wally West is her nephew, and
I always thought you meant in the show. I was like, no, I thought he was her stepbrother, right?
Yeah. But in this one, so this, or he could be the Dark Racer, but the Dark Racer, we kind of spoiler is Zoom. At the end of the series, Zoom becomes the Dark Racer. Anyway, so
who knows?
My thought is, so we have this new guy. He might have killed Barry in the future, or something happened and he ran away, and Wally went after him.
That could be.
And in that point,
maybe
they
that's
go back
why,
to the past.
Maybe when we thought that Barry in the living room when he disappeared, we thought that was because it fixed the timeline. Maybe it's because when he went back and stopped, Reverse Flash from killing his mom, it actually messed something up, and Barry actually died in the other timeline. So,
time travel, folks.
Yeah,
this is the problem.
Yeah,
but
this is like this is every Terminator movie.
But I've not been disappointed by it. They do a really good job, tying knots. I have faith in the crew.
They've done a good job with the show. I think it'll be interesting to see. I'm glad they bumped it up a little bit, so we get to see it a little sooner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, than past years, and I'm interested to see. I will say that the Kid Flash and Reverse Flash's costume kind of look similar. I think it might throw some.
Say that again.
They kind of look similar. The yellow,
Oh, Reverse Flash. Yeah. Well, my hope is that when Barry disappears, like Cisco can't produce the material, so they take apart the Reverse Flash's costume and they use it to rebuild it.
I could see that.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would explain it, and also for the layman comic book TV watcher, would maybe not confuse them.
Yeah,
some people might be like,
wouldn't be red.
Yeah, because a lot of people might be like, wait, is he the Reverse Flash? Like I could see like my girlfriend's niece and nephew watch the show and they don't read comics, so they might be like, wait, the Reverse Flash is yellow. Like.
Yeah, it'd be confusing.
Yeah,
well, we have all these speedsters now, so
there's like a whole family of them these days. But I could see that being kind of confusing for the layman. So.
But no, so I'm excited for season 3. This new Dark, we don't know who he could be. I mean, he could be the new Reverse Flash.
I'm still hoping all this just disassembles Arrow. So
it's not going to.
I'm hoping.
I know, but it's not going to.
I'm hoping it fixes everything. Like, oh wait, we screwed all that up.
Everybody says that,
Mayor.
but I don't think it is.
Mayor.
But no, so keep an eye out that for Flash is going to return to the CW on October 4th. So hopefully we can get our schedules together and that we can do a after show solely about Flash. So we could have a 15-minute episode just about Flash.
Look at him putting me on the spot on the show.
Well, I know because if I text you, you're cleaning. So I figure if I do it now, I can say I got a little heads up on you. All right. Well, let's move on to comic book news. From the big screen to the small screen to the origin on the page.
Ooh.
Coin it. All right. So there was a bit of comic news that's been going on lately. This is the one that I felt like we should have pulled because these two characters have become kind of my favorite thing happening in Marvel right now, and that is Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales. Because I am a Spider-Man fan, but I've gotten kind of tired of the
same old.
Yeah, the same old Peter Parker shtick. So I like the idea of Miles Morales coming in. I love the idea that here's an alternate reality where Gwen Stacy turned into the Spider person, and then Peter Parker, didn't get powers. So he thought, I'll make powers, turns into the Lizard and dies.
Ooh.
So what makes this cool is that we'll have there are two Spider people. Spider-Gwen obviously is off in her own reality, whereas Miles Morales is now in the main title.
Okay.
But both of them have experienced a world where Peter Parker dies.
Yes.
So, in the latest Marvel preview book, we see a cover. First cover is Spider-Gwen issue 15, and it is Spider Miles, and I don't know why I'm yeah, but no. So we have Miles and we have Spider-Gwen swinging together, like they're gonna team up. And you're like, cool. The next image was Miles Morales issue 12, and it is the two of them upside down kissing.
Oh, that's what that was. I saw that, and I was like, what's going on there?
Yeah, my boy Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, so obviously, so
is he like over the age of 18 now?
They're both 15 or 16.
Oh God, they're getting into like some scary areas there.
I don't think so, because Peter Parker has always been kissing people, and he's always been perpetually 15 for a while.
It's like Bart Simpson, always the same age.
Yeah, but no. So, of course, Miles is the Black Spider-Man. Gwen is the female Spider-Man, Spider person.
And now they're getting together.
And
we're gonna have Spider babies.
Yeah, and so people have lost their minds. I mean, people are online just getting angry. And
here's what I'm waiting for.
What?
Teen Mom Spider-Man.
Teen Spiders.
Teen Spider-Mom.
But no, I think it's silly that people are getting weird about this. It's a storyline where the two of them are going to team up. They're both
make out.
I don't know how much the kissing will be incorporated. I think a relationship will be there, but like everyone gets angry about covers. How often have we seen covers which they had nothing to do?
Pretty often.
Yeah, it's just bait.
Yep.
Clickbait.
So
I hope that they get together, because I think that'd be kind of cool. Ship them. Guiles. Or
ship them.
Mullins.
Spider-Gwens. Spider-Mans. Twins.
So you just gave her title, Spider-Gwens.
Spider-Gwens.
Okay.
Mile-Gwens.
But
there we go.
So look out for that. That storyline's going to be...
So
yes.
This thing is kind of over.
What?
What are we thinking about this Civil War II stuff?
Oh, Civil War II?
So, have you read it?
I've read 1 and 2.
Okay, what about this new one?
The latest one I have not read yet.
The cover with like Iron Man broken.
Iron Man without legs.
Yeah, and Hulk's grabbing him. Like this got me. I was like, okay, I got to read these now. Like I was kind of hanging on. Like we talked about reading them. I just hadn't got to it. I need to get to reading this now. Like what's Hulk doing?
The cool thing is, for us, I can't get to Superfly Comics and Games in Yellow Springs to pick up my issue, but I have my tablet right here, and I can get onto Comixology.
Ooh.
And I can download the 3rd issue, and I can read it at my leisure.
I thought you were going to read it to me.
Yeah, story time with Anthony and Travis.
Time. Do.
Sigh,
story.
says Peter Parker, as Iron Man hastily walks into the room. Miss Marvel, eyes blazing, hands clenched, ready to go.
So our homework between now and next week.
Oh, we have so much homework that we never go through with.
We're actually going to do this one. We need to catch up on Civil War II so we can have an educated conversation.
Right. We'll do a
They got me with a cover, just like we talked about. How many times do covers not really mean anything? They just got me with a Hulk holding a broken Iron Man.
But I like the idea. The idea of Civil War II, I think, has been interesting. Apparently, it got spoiled in the New York Times, not New York Times, but I think it was the New York Times, or the Post.
Okay.
So I guess something was spoiled. I don't know. For some reason, I decided that even though we do a podcast or we talk about this stuff, I stayed away from it because I kind of want to be surprised.
Yeah, like I'm kind of like, what's going on? Because like I was kind of interested when we went to the panel at C2E2, and then when we read the Free Comic Book Day book, I was like, oh, okay, I'm into this, but I get busy, and then I moved on and kind of stopped paying attention. And then now I'm back in again. Like I see this picture and I'm like, holy crap, I got to know what's going on.
Yeah, because I've been reading the Rebirth issues for DC. I just, aside from Miles comics.
The first rebirth The first Rebirth was rather long, and I haven't got back to that. So
Well, I'm disappointed with that one because I need the next issue. There's no next issue apparently. I think that's just a one.
the Rebirth is just one really long
I
issue.
think so.
Oh, that's why it was so long.
Yeah.
It also,
But
like,
I need to connect to the Watchmen stuff. I need to know
Yeah.
what's happening.
yeah. Well, maybe I don't. There's got to be more of those. Like they couldn't just.
No,
do one.
it'll come out later, but I need it
Yeah,
ASAP.
so they bring. I mean, really, it's like with the Watchmen thing. It's like they could have brought him in at any time. Like I don't know why all of a sudden it's like, oh, we'll just bring Watchmen in. Like, you
Well,
know,
it's a cool grab, and I like the idea that something happened. But Comic Historian, he's covering a lot of the Rebirth issues, the first issues.
maybe I should just watch that.
Yeah, that's what I did. Oh, but read Batman
new
Rebirth.
one?
It was kind of cool.
Yeah,
But
I'm still working on New 52 Batman, but okay.
but yeah, so definitely check that
I
out.
have like 5 more issues to go, I think.
Oh, really? So we're going to step back from everything, and we're going to move on to video game news, which will lead to an open discussion real quick. We're going to, for those of you who really can't see us, if you're not watching us on YouTube, we are pulling out our phones, and like we said, Pokemon Go has come out.
Yes.
Pokemon Go came out on July 6th. Originally, it came out in Australia first. Then it came over here. Its developer, what was it called? It's Niantic.
I feel like that is Nintendo did not want to put their name on it just in case it flopped, and they made a shell company.
But
that's just me guessing.
The Pokemon company's a part of it. So let me tell you about this game. This game is a augmented reality game. You hold your phone up when you see a Pokemon, and you can see it through your. There he goes. You can see it through your camera lens, and it shows you on your phone, and you catch them. You not so much battle if you're not in a gym. You can catch Pokemon, you can power them up, you can evolve them, you can go to gyms, battle gyms, and then leave a Pokemon at the gym that you've conquered. You can go to Pokemon stops, which are different landmarks, mostly churches and schools, or restaurants.
Or monuments.
Monuments, too. And then you spin an icon and you get items, so you don't really have to buy anything. So this is all free.
Yeah, I feel like they should have charged $10 for this game. That wouldn't have hampered their people playing this game that much.
No, but the fact they made it free and everybody's playing, like we were mentioning, so you can break off into 3 teams: Instinct, Valor, and Mystic. Now,
Mystic.
Yeah, good for you, man. Yeah, because if you're a Valor, you know what? I've done this to everyone I've talked to. We're gonna read off the descriptions of the different teams. To be part of Team Mystic, because you select these teams once you hit level 10 or level 5. All right, so Team Instinct, which is yellow after Zapdos. The characteristics are: you never rewind videos that you rented from Blockbuster. You don't wash your hands after using the bathroom. You call pop soda, and you are an incredible hipster. If you're Team Valor, the red team, you are a filthy racist. You put ketchup on everything.
Ooh.
You don't put things where they belong, and you wear fedoras. Now, if you're Team Mystic, you are a true friend. You always hold the door open for everybody. You stand up for the little guy, and you are genuinely funny and well-liked. So I think that is very much fair in the description of the teams.
Yep.
But no, that's not honestly. That's just a funny meme that I found. But people, I've seen things online from the Pokemon 2000 movies where you see the 3 legendary birds fighting. People are like, this is my news feed right now. Like, I'm part of a group that are the Fairborn Mystics.
There's one for Beaver Creek too.
Yeah, and it's funny.
So the cool thing, like, I've seen tons of videos of this, is just like at Pokestops, like people, like 20 people just out in the field, like all on their phones and whatnot, but actually talking to each other and interacting and forming these like groups of people, like Team Mystic of Beaver Creek, Team Mystic of Fairborn. I've seen people using chalk and putting like hashtag Team Mystic on like places, and like drawing the Mystic logo and whatnot. And, we were at a restaurant, and at the restaurant we heard some people talking about Pokemon Go, and we just started talking with them about it. And, next thing you know, it's like you're talking and talking and talking. I was at the grocery store, and I saw some chick trying to catch a Pokemon in the produce section. She was like trying to catch it off of a carrot or something, and I was like laughing about it. And her boyfriend walks up, and he was like, I was like, it's addictive. Don't worry.
Yeah. But so that's the thing. I've lived in this neighborhood for about 8 months now, and I've not talked to any of my neighbors. Now I do, because we have something to talk about.
Yep.
But with every positive, when people like things, there's always that second group who have come out to So there's the group that likes Pokemon who's enjoying the game. There's the second group who say, well, I would play Pokemon, but guess what? I grew up. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, really, what are you doing?
Yeah, so you're telling me that you're not playing any games on your phone. You're not doing anything. And I get it. This game is very addictive. People are out doing stuff, but it's a game. People are playing.
Yeah.
Just like how most likely the person who's just said that played Rock Band or plays Call of Duty.
Probably Candy Crush.
Yeah, or Candy Crush. So just to point out, this game is free versus having an online account.
Yep. And there's another group of people that I think is kind of interesting is the ones that
the
are
Digimon group.
There's a Digimon Go. No, the people that are like, oh, you think because you're playing Pokemon you're going to exercise? What the that's just a random side effect of Pokemon Go is that you have to walk around. And there's people driving in their car or on a golf cart or a bicycle.
But there are a lot of places that you can't get to.
Yeah,
you have to walk to.
Walk.
For example, me and Abby went to Hocking Hills. Yes, I went and trained in the mountains. Well, they're hills, but they're mountains in Ohio. I went off there to train for a weekend to get stronger. Granted, it was a family weekend, but
You caught a Weedle.
A lot of Weedle.
Why is there so many Weedles?
I posted about that. I was like, don't bother coming to Hocking Hills. Nothing but Weedle up here.
And Pidgey. There's so many Pidgeys.
Yeah.
I had a Pidgey out in no time because I just kept catching Pidgeys over and over again.
Yeah. Pidgeys and Beedrill. But so my point is, my point before we go on is that I saw a guy who was a little heavier set. And he came out, and we have a friend of ours who recently has lost a ton of weight and walks every day. I mean, miles every day.
He's lost an entire person, 230 pounds on this. So.
Yeah. And so this kid was out there, and I mean, obviously it was a hot day, but he was sweating balls. Yeah. And, I walked up and I was like, playing Pokemon. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm at my 5th mile so far. And I was like, wow. And here's the truth. Say what you want. He wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for this game. Yep. So you can make comments about it being, oh, it's just a game, or it's tricking people, or, it's Obama using it's literally I've seen
NFL Play 60.
Yeah, it's Obama making it so that we go to Pokemon Stop so they can manipulate us or whatever.
Yeah, what's up with all that? They're checking your data, and then breaking into your Google account and all this stuff. What are you keeping on your email account that you're that worried about people breaking?
Are you Hillary Clinton?
Yeah,
she got away with it.
I'm more concerned about data usage.
Me too.
That's something I'm worried about.
That's
going
to be a problem later on.
Because the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait, I'm using my map and I'm driving around or walking around and just kind of keeping it open, trying to see if there's anything around. That's got to be using a lot of data.
Yeah.
That's what's going to kill the game, I think, because the more and more, right now we're all oh, this is awesome. Oh, yeah. It's the first time you ever got a text message when you were okay, kids, I'm dating myself. It's the first time I ever got a text message when I was 15 years old. And this was before the days of texting plans or unlimited texting.
Mm-hmm.
You used to only get 200 text messages a month for a certain amount of money, right? Well, the first time you ever got a text message back then, it cost you 10 cents a message.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't have a plan. Okay. Well, the first month that you do that, you end up spending $200 on text messaging because you didn't know that. That's what's going to happen to this game.
Yeah, no. After the first month, people are going to get hit with this
huge data bill.
Yeah, it's pretty extensive. So let's talk about our experiences. So you've had fun, right?
Yeah, it's been nothing but fun.
So what'd you start with?
I accidentally got a Bulbasaur.
Okay, well, nothing wrong with that.
Well, I didn't realize that I was choosing my 3. I was like, oh, there's a Bulbasaur.
Oh, okay. I see. You thought you could catch them all.
I was just oh, Bulbasaur. It doesn't matter. I got a
Squirtle?
No, I got a Charmander.
Wow, I cannot find a Charmander. I've only found Squirtle.
I got a Charmander in a parking lot when I was in Nashville, and I have not seen a Squirtle yet.
But that's another interesting thing.
And I have a Pikachu.
Cool. Another interesting thing that you can get actually is you find eggs. So at these Pokemon stops, you can get items, and sometimes there'll be Pokeball, Great Balls, Raspberry, or an egg. And you get an incubator. And so with the eggs, you have to, just like in the video game, you have to walk a certain amount of distance to hatch the egg.
I have one that's 10 kilometers.
Yeah, I just hatched that one. I got a Hitmonlee.
Oh, cool. I haven't hatched it yet, but I was expecting it to be John Cena. I don't know if you've seen that meme.
No, so tell me, so how many Pokemon do you have?
I think I have 34.
34? Okay.
Yeah.
So I've hit 52. So I'm over 1/3 of the way there, just barely.
You walk more than I do.
I do. I also have a little bit more free time than you do. Also, what's your strongest Pokemon at this point?
I believe it is my.
Pull your phone out.
I believe it is my Raticate or my Pidgeot.
Okay.
Because again, I've caught a ton of Rattata. I believe that's how you say it.
Oh, that's been the big argument. It's like GIF or GIF. People have been arguing how you say Rattata.
I said. I used to call it Ratatat.
That's what I thought. I thought it was Ratatat too.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
No, I watched the show. I watched the TV show too.
Was
Rattata.
it Ratatat?
I thought it was Ratatat.
And it was on the
Rattata.
On the show is Rattata, right? Rattata.
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. Here's one. It's Rat. Oh, Ratat.
Who knows? I just got yelled at. That's all I know. It's by saying it wrong, and then I kept saying it wrong, and then my cousin kept saying it Ratatat as well, and he got yelled at. Yeah. So all I know is it brought people together to yell at each other about how to say Rattata.
Until you had issues. So me and Addison were joking about how Arceus is technically the god Pokemon in the game, and so my strongest Pokemon is Vaporeon. And then I finally got enough EVs, and I evolved it, and I got a Jolteon. And I was like, yes, finally, because there are a bunch of water-type gyms around here, and I wanted to take them all out. And so, lo and behold, I evolve it. It's there. It's really high level. It starts out at like 800. I'm like, yes, just, bump it up. This is my strongest one. And I have like 3 other EVs. So I'm hitting transfer, and I'm glitching.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And I transported the Jolteon. I was so angry. I mean, I'm telling you, and it was stupid how angry I got. I'm driving with Abby, and I'm just like, you did this. This is your fault, not my fault. I've got to blame somebody. There is no Arceus. Arceus doesn't care about me. But no, I got pretty boiled.
I mean, I know the game's still in. We've talked a lot about the good. Let's talk a little bit about the bad. There are some bad things.
We did. The data.
There's more bad. So I know it's still in beta, but it's very glitchy. I've had lots of issues where you try to catch a Pokemon, the ball starts jumping, and then it just freezes. Had that a lot, and then you have to exit out. I will note that most of the time it does continue to save my Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Another weird thing when you're trying to catch a Pokemon, like it like takes the picture of the background and like flips it upside down. Have you noticed that?
No, not that yet.
So I don't know if that's just a me thing.
I take off the AR feature.
Oh, okay.
So instead of like I said, you can see what your camera sees, or you flip it off and it goes automatically to the center of your screen on a CG background. Okay. That's what I use, so I can nonchalantly play and no one knows.
So that one, and then the other thing I thought was weird is like there's like no instruction. Like
that's true.
It's just like, okay, I'm in the game. I didn't know that I was supposed to like jolt, like I could go left and right
to the gym battles.
At the gym battle to like dodge a thing.
They do tell, if you go to tips, they tell you that.
Well, I don't go to tips. There should be like a little thing that just scrolls across there real quick. The other thing that I thought was weird with like no instruction is you go to the Pokestop, the first one I went to, and I'm like, it just says you're too far. Finally, I'm like, oh, I'm close enough. I'm like,
I know what you have to do.
I'm like clicking it.
Once again, you could go to tips and they'll tell you that. Tips is located at the top of the screen once you hit the center Pokeball. Just letting you guys know.
It could just say, spin the thing. Spin the picture. It could just say that. Like, it'd be so easy. Like, I mean, other than that, I think it's a pretty straightforward game.
Yeah. Ultimately, I've enjoyed it so far.
Yeah. I mean, in the items, it tells you, what to do with the stuff. I think that's really good. I just think it would been a little easier if they just said, hey, spin the thing, or hey,
but so
jolt to left or right.
here's my ultimate thought about this. As fun as this is and as great as this has been, and I kind of can't wait till they decide, maybe we'll update it to the Johto level and you can now catch Johto Pokemon or Hoenn Pokemon. You can extend the Pokedex.
How come they only have like 145?
Right? I said 145 because I found a list online that said what was rare and what wasn't. And at the very end, obviously, we haven't seen the 3 legendary birds. I've read online that someone found the code, and they are included. They're just freaking rare. Yeah. Then there is Mewtwo, who we don't know if it even exists. And I've not even heard of a person seeing a Ditto.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. Everybody was like, is there a Ditto?
I don't think it exists.
They probably forgot it.
But no, so just remember that Pokemon Sun and Moon comes out in November.
Yep.
So this is all just hype. I mean, so this has been free, But now people are, oh, this was fun, but
Now I got to buy a 3DS.
that. But like, most people who already have it. But yeah, people are like, I want to buy 3DS too.
I was like, oh, I was out of Pokeballs the other day, and I was like, oh, I can go play Pokemon Omega Ruby.
Yeah.
So I went and played that instead. But no,
that's the fun part. Like, in this game, not gonna lie, I'm no longer the strongest person in my area.
Yep.
But if I play Pokemon Sun and Moon, I will be.
Yeah.
But no, this is promotion. People now want to play the next game.
I really don't see this like going forever. I think it's kind of a fad. I mean, they'll maybe release another one.
I think it was going to make it. I mean, they have what 6 generations, 7 generations at this point. They can keep rebooting it. People are going to keep doing it.
But I think it's the data is what ends up killing it.
Yeah.
Like, and plus the time involved, like walking around and grabbing Pokemon. It does take up a lot of time that you could be doing something else. And like people aren't going to do that as much in the winter.
No, that's true. But if you're going for a walk, that's why they released it in summer. I mean, if you're walking every day, like you really should be. I know not everyone has time, but what else are you doing during these walks?
Yep.
I mean, that's just.
So I mean, I guess I'm just thinking that eventually the newness is going to wear off, and people are going to be like, "Hey, I need to really go do this instead of walking around just aimlessly looking for Pokemon." But I mean, if you're walking your dog, good way. Except for this morning, I was trying to do it, and then the dogs are like trying to go this way. I'm like, "No, I'm trying to catch this drowsy over here.
It's this way, Nacho. Come on."
And he was trying to go the other way, and I was like, "No, dude, we got to go this way. We got to go." So, been trying to catch a Poliwhirl.
Yeah, Abby's caught 2 Poliwhirls.
There's
she found 2 Dratini. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Poliwhirl.
And a Jinx.
There's Poliwhirls that seem to hang out by my house because there's a water hazard.
So
there.
Here's the last
question. And there's
question.
also a Magikarp, which I have not caught.
Yeah, well, Magikarp, you need, because each Pokemon, when you catch them, you'll get 3 candies unless you hatch them. And you can transfer them, which is just selling them basically for 1 candy. Magikarp, to evolve it to a Gyarados, you need 400 candies. That is technically
400 Magikarps.
134 Magikarps that you have to catch to have enough candies to evolve it,
and
not including transferring it.
I can't even catch one.
Yeah.
Here's another question: are you keeping duplicates?
No.
Of like unevolved Pokemon?
No.
Are you transferring them all?
For the most part, I'm transferring them all.
I've transferred them all except for my OG Bulbasaur.
Yeah, I kept that one.
I was like, I don't want to get rid of you, even though I have
I have a emotional connection.
I have a what's the other one?
Venusaur?
Yeah, Venusaur. I have a
Venusaur. Or Ivysaur.
Ivysaur. That's the one I have. And I was like, no, I don't want to transfer my Bulbasaur.
So here's my question. So have you done anything embarrassing that you'd be like, I can't believe I did that for this game?
I have not. I was drug into an embarrassing act. I was just a part of it. Was that we were driving back from a relative's house when we were in Tennessee. And Jenny was trying to stop at every Pokestop along the way as we're driving. So she would like pull over and get close enough and try to get these Pokeballs and whatnot. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, stop doing this. Like, this is ridiculous.
Well,
like, this is what you realize. And this is what people are complaining about because there have been like a lot of people like
accidents.
There've been a lot of accidents. Jenny was pulling off the side of the road. I will say that. She was not staying on the road. But there's been a lot of people like walking up to people's houses. Hey, there's a Pokemon in your yard.
Yeah.
And so the cops are getting called. There's also a lot of, I mean, I know it's like Google Maps is like the background for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's a lot of like restricted areas like owned by the government and such. And there's like
you can see base.
And there's like Pokestops and gyms and stuff that are located in these like restricted areas. And they have like titles. Now, I mean, I know it's in Google Maps. But like, if you weren't looking for something,
you can't see that kind of stuff on Google Maps. Like, you can't map through.
Yeah, you can map through them. Yeah,
okay.
But like it doesn't. If you're not looking for it, you don't see it. Like now, I feel like it like shows it. Maybe we notice it a lot because we're near an Air Force base.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you can see, like, oh, what's this? And you pull it up, and it has like a title of something, and you're like, oh, I don't know what that is. But if somebody was looking to do something. We're not saying they are, but if they were, that could be a problem.
Yeah, but here's what's we're gonna make this political. First, just quick second. So, somebody uses Pokemon Go.
Yep.
And attacks a base, or tries to attack base.
Yep.
Is it Pokemon Go's fault, the person who's being crazy's fault, or the gun's fault? I'm gonna tell you right now, the gun is safe. So it's going to be Pokemon Go. Okay, but politics aside, my embarrassing story was last night. Abby and I were dropping off a friend of ours, and there's a pond next to there. I thought it was just like a center. It looked like a college. We went to Wilmington College, and there's a place called Wilmington. It's a big campus. I thought, oh, that's cool. So I'll go around there and look for Pokemon because I don't have hardly any water types. So I went looking, and it's about 10:45, and I see a Wartortle pop up on the screen. I'm like, oh god, I gotta find that. So I'm looking. Abby then comes over, and we're driving around looking for it.
Driving.
Well, we had to find a parking space because we couldn't keep running across the street. Come to find out, this isn't a campus. This is a hospice. We were there until midnight, looking for this Wartortle until we got to the point where we were like, dude, I was like, Abby, we gotta go. This is too much.
Think about how much data you're using.
I know, dude. I'm gonna find out. I know it's coming. Just let me enjoy the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
But no.
I don't know. Like, I think it's a really cool thing. I think it's cool that it's bringing people together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just worried that the initial hype is going to be dampened by the fact that it's going to use a lot of data.
Yeah, but if it uses data this month, then guess what? We can look forward to November and play Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yeah, or until then, play my Omega Ruby XY.
That as well.
Yeah. Or any other Pokemon.
So here's my question. So out of 10 tokens, what are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it an 7.5 because of all the glitches.
7.5?
So once they fix that, it'll go up.
Yeah. Even with the glitches, I've had a blast. So I'm going with 8.5 tokens.
I think I'm just mad because I lost a couple Pokemon that I was like...
Because of it?
Yeah, and I was like, man, I really wanted that guy, and then he was gone. He wasn't there anymore.
Oh, so. Well, that's rough. All right, folks. Well, that's going to wrap up this episode of the Token Nerd Podcast. We just want to remind you, if you like what we're saying, if you have any comments about any of the casting, maybe Miles and Gwen hooking up, Pokemon Go.
What's your embarrassing story? Tell us right here in the comments below.
Oh, actually, this is where our graphic is. He means below the graphic off the video into the comment section below.
Yep.
I got you. We got you.
Yep.
But no, let us know in the comment down below. Also, subscribe if you haven't and like this video. Like us. Check out some of our other videos. We've done unboxings. We've done reviews. Also, Travis here is on the weekly wrap-up for Urban Vinyl Daily, so you can check out their videos.
Yeah, go to youtube.com/urbanvinyldaily, and you'll find everything you need to know.
Yep. And you can also find us, well, me, not me, you can find us. It's an us kind of thing.
Yeah, it's an us.
It's an us. You can find us on Token Nerd's Instagram and Twitter at token_nerd. And you can also find us on Facebook at tokennerd00 or check us out at tokennerd.com. Pay attention to the upcoming posts on our social media because we'll be posting on how to get the not social media.
How to get our social media.
How to get a Suicide Squad figure.
Woo!
That is sponsored by Tenacious Toys.
TenaciousToys.com, your source for all things designer toy, pop vinyl, or original artwork.
I like how you paused it, just like the promotion. Anyway, yes, you can check out that. They've sponsored the show, and we'll show you how you can sign up and win these figures. We have a Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and Joker. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be posting that this week. But aside from that, that's everything we've got. Yep. As always, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Travis.
Stay spicy, my friends.
Hey everyone, this is Travis Lykins from Token Nerd Podcast, and I'm here today to tell you something about sponsorship. That's right. Token Nerd now has a sponsor. The fine folks at TenaciousToys.com, your source for designer toys, pop vinyl, original art, and more, are now our sponsor. And guess what? As a part of that, you can get 10% off your next order at TenaciousToys.com by entering the code TOKEN10 at checkout. That's right, 10% off. And not only are they giving you this code, they're also going to be sponsoring many of our Token Nerd giveaways in the next coming months. So make sure to follow us at token_nerd on Instagram to catch our latest giveaways.